I have a feeling I've told this story before, but I'm going to tell it again because it's a good story. When I was growing up, my dad would talk a lot about his growing up years, and one of his stories was about his grandpa, who was a street preacher up in the UP of Michigan, and he was blind. And to get home again, he'd feel his way along a fence, snow fence, something like that. And one time he got caught in a blizzard and he lost his way and he froze to death. And every time my dad told that story, I'd be so sad and I'd want it to end differently. And it always ended the same. And I didn't like that. So when I wrote my first book, Winter Watch, I made a blind street preacher and I called him Amos and I let him live after he got lost in a blizzard. And that's my way of rewriting history. But I can't do that with everything. So when I found out recently that a young friend of mine is going to be in Little Women, I was all excited about a ticket. And then I found out she's going to be Beth. She's going to be Beth. And I'm going to have to deal with this because Beth dies. And I've told innumerable people since this, I found this out, that I read Little Women many times when I was growing up, and every time I thought maybe this time Beth won't die, and guess what? Every time Beth dies. And finally I quit reading it, and now I'm going to be, back to it. And I'm not going to handle it well, I will tell you, but there is always a bright side, because it reminded me of the book 8 Cousins by Louisa Alcott. And you know what's awesome about 8 Cousins? Nobody dies. I mean, it's understood that, there's orphans in it because always there are orphans, but it's kind of delightful and it's fun. And I'm going to lend it to a mom in church who has little 10-year-old girls, and I hope they love it. And I got this in the 60s, apparently, when stickers like that were popular. And so I didn't put my name in, put it in recently. But, those stickers, so cute. So 60s. I'm so 60s. So that's my book recommendation. Now I have a recipe. I'm going to share a recipe. And the recipe was made, these cookies were made in a moment of desperation because I was having 5 grandsons over. And I thought, what do I feed 5 grandsons? Because they're going to want a treat that's kind of healthy, So I remembered this recipe. And this is how I start. Now, if I was a cooking blog, this would not have been in a Rubbermaid container. That's got my initials on it because I take it everywhere, like to church and whatever. It would have been cute, but this isn't a recipe blog. I'm not the end. I'm not even going to tell you a whole long story before the cookies. Oh, I kind of did. But here's the recipe to make these cookies. You take 1 cup of peanut butter, 1 egg, 1 cup of sugar, add a little vanilla because, the recipe doesn't call for it, but it makes it good. And then you just roll it up like peanut butter ball, flatten it, with a fork. Or, now here's where the fun comes. I have leftover candies from peanut butter cups, probably from Halloween, Rolos from Christmas. And the dark chocolate ones with the Dove hearts are all gone, but I had Dove hearts. So I just went through, got all the chocolates out of the candy jar that my grandkids don't eat because they like sour stuff. My husband and I don't eat it because we like the really good chocolates. And I made these and, bake them at 350 for 10 minutes. They're so good. They're so easy. They're kind of healthy, egg, peanut butter. I know the sugar, but it's okay. So I hope you have a wonderful Friday, a wonderful weekend. Be blessed. And go look for 8 Cousins if you want something to make you happy.